Greetings, redheads. Thank you for joining me in another episode of your favorite show, the one, the only Red's View. Of course, I go by the name J Red. I am your gracious host. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Hopefully, everybody has had a terrific Tuesday. We've had a lot going on. I had a great weekend. DJ'd at the W, at the pool at the W. So it was real fun. Also been putting out a lot of content, man. I'm still feeling the after effect, the aftermath of this Kendrick and Drake beef, and it just keeps digging and getting bigger and bigger. Of course, we're going to discuss that today. If you have not already, make sure that you subscribe to youtube.com/ResView. Go ahead and do that right now. If you have not done that, go ahead, become a subscriber and subscribe to youtube.com. Is going across your screen right now, youtube.com/ResView. If you ain't following me on social media, you need to follow me on social media. Get a lot of viewership on there at JAYR3D. And if you're on Twitter right now, if you're watching this on Twitter, I see that like button. Thank you so much. That's all I ask for. Some good old likes and some shares. If you're watching this on Twitter right now, make sure that you do me a favor and retweet. If you're watching this on Facebook right now, I want you to go ahead and hit that like button. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, do the same thing. Hit that like button, or you can hit the dislike button. It's all good as long as we get some traction. And it helps out the algorithm when you guys hit that like button. Hit the share button as well. Make sure that you hit that share button, ladies and gentlemen, if you are joining right now. The more sharing, the better. All right. So before I begin the show, I got to shout out Tariq Nasheed for this. This Blu-ray that I'm holding in my hand right now is called Microphone Check: The Hidden History of Hip Hop. Microphone Check: The Hidden History of Hip Hop, man. This is a great documentary done by the legendary Tariq Nasheed, always lacing up with some game. And it covers the origins of hip hop. Typically, when you see hip hop documentaries, they only focus on 1973, they skip up to 1980, and then go into the 90s and the 2000s. But this actually covers the roots of hip hop predating 1973. So if you watch Red's View, you will love this movie. If you're a true avid hip hop fan, hardcore hip hop fan to the core, you need to check out this movie. It's available on microphonecheckfilm.com, and it's called Microphone Check: The Hidden History of Hip Hop. Make sure you check it out. I had just got it yesterday, and I spent some time watching it today. And I think he's going to release it in theaters again. It had a theatrical run the week, I think last week or the week before last. I think it was last week. So I didn't get a chance to go check it out, but I made sure I ordered a copy. If you are a hip hop purist like myself, you have to own that copy. Again, it's called Microphone Check: The Hidden History of Hip Hop. So make sure you check that out. All right, man. So we got some stuff to discuss tonight. Of course, like I said a little earlier, there's still this aftermath that, or the afterburn, should I say, from this Drake and Kendrick, J. Cole beef. We're still talking about it, still covering it. Everywhere you go, somebody's still talking about it, man. It hasn't died down yet. It's died down a little bit, but not completely. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the discussion point of today. So this is the question of today on Red's View. Are Drake and J. Cole spiraling? Are Drake and J. Cole spiraling? Now, why am I asking that question? Well, it's for a few reasons. For one, you've seen J. Cole appear on the track Grippy, which was heavily panned. And now Drake has just released a verse. He did a remix to this song called Hey There Delilah. And it's by an artist named Snow Day. Now, from my understanding, he's a TikToker that happens to create music. Somebody in the chat, make sure that you let me know if I'm correct or not. But Drake, there's been anticipation to see what Drake does from here. Where does he go after this Kendrick Lamar battle that he lost? He lost the battle. The only people who think that Drake won the battle are Drake stans and people who do not like Kendrick Lamar. But everybody in the culture, you can say which diss record you feel that was better, but everybody can agree that the full-fledged knockout punch was Not Like Us. Not Like Us is still the top song in the country, and it's been a month. Today, Not Like Us has been up for a month. It's been out for a month, and it's hard to believe. I was just like, damn, it felt like that happened like 2.5 weeks ago, 3 weeks at the most. But for it to be a full 4 weeks since Not Like Us has been released is crazy. But it's still blazing up the charts, still blazing up the clubs, parties, bar mitzvahs, literally weddings. I've seen it played everywhere, concerts everywhere. So man, it's just crazy to see this, man. But anyway, let's get to what we're talking about. Drake spiraling. Okay. So yesterday, there was anticipation of Drake dropping a record. Everybody on the internet, like on Twitter, because I've been glued to Twitter lately, everybody was just like, oh my God, Drake is about to drop. He's about to drop. There were rumors that he was going to drop another Kendrick diss. And I'm like, I wish they would stop doing that. And if Drake is planning to, because I know this battle is over, but Drake is still going to take shots at Kendrick. But as far as the battle is over. So I'm aware of that. But I was just hoping the rumors weren't true. I mean, I'm looking forward to see what Drake does with his career from here on out. But I'm not looking forward to another Kendrick diss because that battle is done. You put out the Heart Part 6, which you took down, but we'll get to that in a minute. But you put out the Heart Part 6. Kendrick didn't respond. So who or what are you responding to at this point? But Drake didn't drop a Kendrick Lamar diss, ladies and gentlemen. No, he did not. I even heard that Drake was going to drop a verse, a remix to $1 Million Baby. I heard that Drake was going to drop a verse, a remix to $1 Million Baby by the dude Tommy, whatever his name is, Richardson. Is that it? I don't know. But that didn't happen either. That didn't happen either. But what did Drake actually release last night? He released a song called Hey There Delilah. It's a remix. So it's Snow Day, Hey There Delilah. Now, of course, I don't want any copyright strikes. I don't think it's officially released like on streaming platforms, but I know it's on the SoundCloud. And it's not AI, ladies and gentlemen. That's actually Aubrey Graham. That's been released and it's out. So words can't describe how terrible this track is. Now, for the hip hop community, the hip hop crowd, the Drake fans, they can't even defend this record. This Hey There Delilah remix from Snow Day, whoever it is awful. It's awful. Like, this is not hip hop at all. Drake is singing, but it's not just even regular singing. It felt like Drake was about to yodel on there. Hey there, Delilah, something like he's doing it in a Canadian accent. Like, just it's awful. It's awful. And I couldn't believe my ears when I was hearing it, because the first thing nowadays people go to is this AI? Is this AI? This couldn't be real. But it is real. Drake got on this Canadian type of lingo song, and it's literally like how can I describe this song, man? Somebody in the comments, whoever has heard this song, help me out on what you would describe this song as. It's like, it's not R&B at all. It's not even pop. I don't even know what to describe it, but it's not hip hop, period. So the thing is, if like, maybe if this was like, and the first thing people were saying was this, they were like, it's trolling. Drake is trolling. Drake is trolling. Because Kendrick said that, he's just a Canadian, and it's ironic that Drake gets on the most Canadian song you can come on to, or whatever the case may be. But let me tell you something, man. If this is Drake's idea of trolling, he's doing a terrible job. Why would you troll the hip hop community, your fans, the music world, the music industry? Why would you do that now? See, all eyes are on Drake right now to see if he takes over the summer. And I wish I had CJ here with me today so we could discuss this. But Drake, everybody's looking at Drake to do what he did with the Pusha T thing last time. When Drake lost that battle with Pusha T, Drake pumped out some of the biggest hits of his career, had one of the most successful albums of his career. That album Scorpion had like 5 singles off of there, and I'm not kidding, 5, 6, 7 singles that was hitting up the charts like crazy, right? He bounced back harder than ever after taking that L from Pusha T. So what do people expect him to do now after the Kendrick Lamar battle? They're expecting something just like that. But what Drake has been doing is just been dropping bombs. And when I'm saying bombs, I'm not saying it in a good way, not explosive. Bombs as in stuff that's damaging to his career, right? Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sitting here telling you that Drake's career is over, but I can tell you that I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried that Drake is doing a spiral right now, because when J. Cole, if y'all remember last week, I talked about J. Cole. He released a song with what's the artist's name? I forgot the name of the artist, but the song was called Grippy. And I told you that was a terrible verse. The internet talked about it. They said, dang, Kendrick took the talent away from J. Cole. That apology, rather, when he apologized to Kendrick, they felt like it sucked out his superpowers, right? This song right here that Drake just dropped is 10 times worse. If you thought that J. Cole's Grippy verse was bad, I don't even know what to describe this song. If you thought that J. Cole's verse that he dropped on Grippy was bad, I have no idea what to call this song that Drake just did, because it's terrible. And like I said, people were saying that he's trolling and all this other stuff, right? This isn't how you troll. And you should have learned this from that last battle that you just had with Kendrick Lamar. You tried to troll your way out of this, but it's not working. It's not working. To his fans, it's like, okay, it's a troll, but oh, I'm hurting deep inside. No fan of Drake can say there with a straight face that this was a good song. And they're saying it's supposed to be a parody because the person that he recorded it for, or Snow Day or whatever, he's a TikToker and all this other stuff, right? Well, be that as it may. If it is a parody song, if it's trolling, now is not the time to drop nothing like that, period. It's not. We're looking for the next Drake hit. And he already failed us with the Sexy Red You My Everything song. Like, that song was terrible. His verse was clever because he used the BBL Drizzy beat, but he used that 3 weeks too late. You're out of here. It's been receiving a lot of backlash, and Kendrick Lamar is still on the top of the charts, ladies and gentlemen. Not like that. Not Like Us is number 2, I think. Hot 100. I think Like That is still in the top 10. If not, it's 12. Euphoria is still in the top 10. Meet the Grahams. I told you I heard Meet the Grahams on the radio. I heard Euphoria on the radio too. But Kendrick is up. So if this is Drake's idea of playing the field and being like, okay, well, I'm just going to troll and make fun of my Canadian roots and everything like that, this just ain't the time for it, because you need to be pumping out some hits. You got to. And a lot of people have faith that he's going to do this, but it just looks like from this side of the spectrum that he is fumbling. He's spiraling. So let me know in the comments, do you think, first of all, have you heard the Hey There Delilah song? The remix with Snow Day. I know it could be a parody or whatever, but now is not the time. But do you think that this is a good strategy for Drake? Do you think that Drake is just trolling us right now and he's going to come with some more anthems and some more bangers, whatever the case may be? Because it's not as easy as it is portrayed to be at this particular point. Because everybody right now is waiting to see if Drake will come back with something that'll take over the summer. Everybody is looking at Drake right now to reclaim his position because of Kendrick. But let me tell you this. After this month has passed, because it has been a month since the beef has been over, I don't see Drake taking over the summer. I'm not saying that his career is over. I just don't see him taking over the summer like people portrayed him to do, because he's already been throwing out some lukewarm stuff, trash and lukewarm material. Gotta have this water. But and these are like the Stanley Cups, man. These hold water and it can make your water stay cold for hours. So I love these, sipping them out the straw too. This water is great. But yeah, man, Drake is spiraling, man. J. Cole is spiraling with his features too. It's just like, and I know right now the block is hot. They're in the hot seat because everybody wants to know, since J. Cole tapped out and apologized and Drake lost the battle, everybody's waiting right now to see what they're gonna do. And with all these eyes on you, you're wondering what they're going to be able to do. And I think that if Drake approaches it like trying to make a hit record, nothing he puts out is going to top Not Like Us right now. It's just not. Not Like Us has a certain vibe, a certain energy, a certain essence. T-Pain closes his show dancing to Not Like Us. I just saw a video of Chris Brown and his dancers. They're about to gear up to go on tour and they're dancing to Not Like Us. It's like you see Not Like Us everywhere, and you're not going to be able to suck away that energy from that song. So where does Drake go from here? I mean, I don't know. But this Hey There Delilah song was not it. I don't know what he was thinking, putting out a parody type of song at this particular point. It was awful. It was awful. Not only that, to add to more matters, to make matters worse, I should say, Drake deletes the Heart Part 6 from Instagram. That's right. Drake deletes the Heart Part 6 from Instagram. Now the song is still out on YouTube. I'm not sure if it's still out on his YouTube channel, but he took away the post from Instagram, which sent the internet on fire. And it just, I'm wondering why he did that. Because say that he wanted to get rid of the beef and just say, hey, I'm moving past the beef. Okay, you take that song down, but why have you not taken down the Family Matters song? Why didn't you take that down? What is the reasoning behind that? It makes it look like he regrets making the song. And Drake has been quiet on social media as well. It's like he's been playing the field. I heard he's just been in Toronto. And he's hopped on the Sexy Red record. I think he made a WNBA appearance in Toronto because I think he's a co-owner of a team or owner of a team, whatever the case may be. But his Instagram, people have been checking it 24 hours a day, just going and seeing what he's gonna post, what he's gonna do. And he hasn't been posting anything, but all of a sudden you go on there and he took away the Heart Part 6. Now, for those that don't remember, that was his song where he a lot of people feel like he tapped out. He waved the white flag. That is the white flag song. So for the fact of that being removed from his Instagram, it's similar to J. Cole's apology. Did you regret making that song because it was heavily panned? Now, it wasn't a bad song. I don't think it was a bad song. I just think the stuff he was saying in it and the release of it just wasn't. When I say a bad song, sonically it wasn't bad. He did sound defeated, but it wasn't a bad song. It was just, him just tapping out. So I don't know what the concept behind that is. See, a lot of Drake's fans and his stands, which happens to be a lot of males. I thought it would be more females, but it's more of these males out here. They come up with these different strategies as to why he's doing something. But I haven't been able to see anybody really say anything except it's not like he just took the song down. He just took the post down. It's a slow news day, whatever the case may be. But yeah, man, it's a reason he took that down. Maybe he just regrets it. Maybe he regrets it and does not want it to be on his Instagram page. Or maybe it's an error. I don't know. But it does not work in his favor, the fact that he took that song down, or took the post down from his Instagram. Maybe he's trying to tell us something. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. Now, also, this is real funny as well. Drake shared a picture at a family reunion with his father's side. Now, look at this. You see Drake with the TSU Tennessee State University shorts, and you see nothing but black people around here. Nothing but black people. You see him sitting down right here, holding a black child, and around his black family members. Photos of Drake surface at a family reunion with his father's side of the family. Now, people have been tearing this photo up. They were saying that Kendrick made this man go back to his black side. Kendrick made him go get in touch with his family, his long lost family. People just like, man, Drake probably ain't never been to a family reunion. I don't know why I'm getting stuck on that. Drake has probably never been to his family reunion. I said he probably hadn't been there since 2002. Who knows? But it's just crazy that now it happens opposed to back then. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen him around a lot of black family members or whatever the case may be. Or maybe he just wanted to see his black side. Maybe he just wanted to go down to Memphis and see his side of the family, because from my understanding, he used to go every other summer and visit his dad and his folks. So, I don't think nothing's wrong with that, but it's just funny how the internet tore that up. And I just saw a comment now that said that this is from last year. I don't know. It could, but if it was from last year, we would have seen these pictures. I don't remember seeing these publicized anywhere. So him going back is just crazy that the Kendrick Lamar beef happened, and the whole beef, Kendrick was getting on Drake for not being black, for being a culture vulture, for stealing swag and all this from Foundation of Black Americans. So Drake, what does he do? Say, you know what? Let me go back and get in touch with my black side in the great city of Memphis. But it's just ironic that this particular thing happens right after the beef, which doesn't give it any justice. So that was a bad look on Drizzy's part. That was a bad look on his part. But, it is what it is with that. But y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about that. Again, if you are watching right now, make sure that you hit that like button, hit that share button as well. Shout out to my Facebook fam, my Twitter fam, Instagram, everybody. So yeah, So we got that going. Now let's go ahead. Hold on, y'all. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we good now. Thought my computer was tripping. So let me go on ahead and talk about this Bia situation. Bia and Cardi B. Now you can read this description right here. If you don't think Bia ate Cardi B up on her song called Sue Me, you got to be a hater. You got to be a hater. You're either a hater or you're just a Cardi B stan. You can't sit here with a straight face and act like Bia didn't eat her up. Now, what am I talking about? Bia, the rapper who made this a whole lot of money in this motherfucker, that's Bia. So Bia and Cardi B have this beef, and I think this was Saturday, right? No, it was Saturday, Sunday, something like that. But anyway, Cardi released a track, the Wannabe remix, Megan Thee Stallion, right? And she took some shots at Bia, saying nobody want to Bia, whatever the case may be. Now, Bia responded in a track called Sue Me. Now, when I first heard about this beef and that Cardi had took shots at Bia, I didn't care at all. But after hearing Bia's track towards Cardi, oh, I was turned on to the little battle. I was like, okay, all right. So some people haven't been feeling it, but a majority of us in the hip hop community, we apply Bia. Now, is Bia the best rapper in the world? Heavens no. Is she decent? She's okay. She cool. I tried to listen to a couple of her projects. She's okay. She's straight. I'm not gonna just ride around listening to Bia, but excuse me, Bia can rap. She can rap for her. I heard the track and thought it was good. I heard the track and think that she ate Cardi B up straight up. And if you're sitting there with a straight face and heard that song, it had a dope beat. Now it did sound like a poor man's version of Like That because it had the horns and stuff playing. But let's look at some of the scathing lyrics that she had in the song. And it's called Sue Me for a reason because Cardi B, after Cardi B released her song, she went on talking about she would sue Bia for lying on her for JJ. So anyway, she said, put it on your gang that you put it on your gang if they ain't F you in what? F-U-N. F-U-N. So having sex with you to get your gang colors, basically. This right here, she says, put her ass in the ground till she had to give me my flowers. That was clever. She said, put that shit on God that you ain't change your face to mine. Whoo! Plastic surgery is crazy, right? I'll get on your ass so I don't have to waste no time. All that surgery and how your body looks so mid. I was like, dog, okay, all right. Thought your ass was for the culture. You just trying to ride the wave. You should be home with your kids because you speak like second grade. Flames. Flames. You can't hate on that, y'all. Come on now. Let's keep reading. Um, let's see. What else she say? Someone go and call a party because we gonna bake her ass a cake. Now, party, that's a play on like so Party is a rapper, right? He used to go with Megan Thee Stallion. I've talked about him on here before, but he's a writer, and that's who Cardi works with, Party. So she's saying someone go call a party, like Party, because we're gonna bake her ass a cake. That was clever to me. So let's look at some other bars. She said, you want to mention me? That's the benefit. You probably write a spell before a rap. It's a fact. That was dope. That was dope. And then this is the funny part of the song. She says CARD crying on IG. Catch another two because she couldn't catch a beat. Do I beef with you or do I beef a party? You've been scrapping projects since 2019. Oh my gosh. Somebody drop some clues bombs for Bia. Please do that. And she repeats it. Do I beef with you or do I beef a party? You've been scrapping projects since 2019. These are all facts. And then I like the fact that she got a little Tupac on. She said, weak ass. Oh, and by the way, me and my homegirls hate your tats. We talked about it. Yeah, we put it in the chat. We think you look dirty all the time, even after the bath. It's just in you. And if it wasn't for Cole and Set, you wouldn't know how to dress. And I don't know who Cole and Set is, but man, I think Bia ate Cardi up on that song. Straight up. Straight up. Shout out to Eddie. What'd you say? It was dope, but I feel like the beat carried her for the most part, but she can rap in her own way. I wouldn't compare her to anyone. She has her own style. Exactly. She's not the best rapper in the world, by all means. But for her, I felt like it was dope. And Cardi isn't the best rapper in the world. I'm not a Cardi fan at all. I've been highly critical of Cardi. But from Cardi's verse on Wannabe, the remix, I like Bia's verse. I mean, I like Bia's song, her diss, better than Cardi. I do. I think the beat was dope. I think the hook was dope, and the stuff that she said about Cardi was true to me. Cardi does sound like she is in second grade when she talks. Cardi, you could tell English is her second language. And when she talks, she does sound like she's in special ed. I'm just keeping it a buck, man. So I felt her on that. So yeah, I think Bia did a great job. And I heard on the Breakfast Club like Charlemagne and Envy and Jess Hilarious were saying that it was trash. They put fart bars, a fart noise on her bars and stuff. And I'm like, look, even Charlemagne at the end said that he was biased towards Cardi because Cardi came to his daughter's 16th birthday, the Sweet 16, and performed or whatever the case may be. Y'all shouldn't comment on it then. If you're gonna be biased, you should not comment on rap battles. Period. Don't be biased. See, me, I'm not biased when it comes to rap battles, and I try not to be biased when it comes to music. Now, I have my favorites, but I'm going to sit here and try to tell you the truth, even if I don't like the truth. I have to admit it. So, when it comes to these rap diss records, y'all don't need to go to these folks who just going to be biased. Because as soon as Charlemagne and them started talking about it, I'm like, okay, Charlemagne, you like Cardi B. You're a fan of Cardi B's music, right? So why wouldn't you be a fan of Bia's diss record? Because they're both kind of tit for tat to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying neither one of them are the best in the world, but you can't sit here with a straight face and not tell me that Bia didn't eat her up. Come on. And Cardi does cry on IG. Come on. And she's saying, who do I beef with, you or Party? Because Party writes her lyrics. And then that's what Bia said. Like, I write all my stuff, So I respect Bia for writing. Bia has something to get off her chest, and you're supposed to respect bars. How didn't she deliver? How didn't she? Now, I do agree that she didn't catch the beat when that first came in. I can't lie about that, right? Comparing it to the Chris Brown Quavo songs and comparing it to Kendrick and Drake, of course not. But if you're talking about going against Cardi B is not a good rapper. She's not. So going against her really ain't saying much. Now, if this was a diss towards Nicki Minaj, it'll be different, right? But she ate her up. She ate her up without any question. So, like I said, if you don't believe that Bia ate Cardi B up, you're a hater or you're just a Cardi B biased fan, stan, whatever you want to call it. And I was very disappointed in the Breakfast Club how they reported that because Bia deserved more than that. She put in time, effort, and we respect bars around here. That's what we respect, bars. That's what she gave us. So now, on the other hand, I don't think that Cardi should respond because this is the other side. Let Bia get that off. She's going to get her views. Of course, we know who the bigger star is, who sells the most records. We already know that. I mean, the last time Bia had a hit was with A Whole Lot of Money or the remix with Nicki Minaj. So it is what it is with that. I say Bia got her shots off. This would give her views. That's what Cardi was saying. She was on her live talking about let her get her views and everybody go and stream her stuff. I want the best. Yeah. So let that happen. Cardi would give more energy towards Bia and put Bia at her level if she responds to it. So nothing more than nothing and nothing less. I think this was just a great. I wasn't expecting no back and forth. Like I said, I wasn't even interested in this battle, but I'm a fan of bars, and I think that Bia delivered. So y'all can let me know in the comment section what y'all feel about that. But yeah, I give it. If we're going based off of the diss that Cardi put out, that verse, opposed to or compared to what Bia put out, I got Bia all day. I got Bia all day. You said most people respect popularity over everything. That's why it was they say it was trash. Yep. Yeah, man. The same people who think that Drake killed K Dot. It's a popularity contest, but we saw how that happened. Kendrick beat him at his own game 3 times, right? And that's what I feel like Bia did for Cardi. Now, do I expect everybody to buy Bia's albums and stuff like that? No. She's just gonna keep doing the thing. She had issues with Cardi because she felt like Cardi was copying off of her. I didn't have time to listen to 20 minutes of Cardi trying to explain it because honestly, it's hard hearing her talk. I'm gonna keep it a buck, so I ain't really have time to listen to all that. But nonetheless, Bia's Sue Me was entertaining because that's what Cardi said she was gonna do, sue. And she does cry on IG all the time. So yeah, it is what it is with that. Now let's move on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move on to this fake outrage, the fake outrage with Eminem versus Megan Thee Stallion. So, for those who've been hiding under a rock, last Friday, Eminem released his new single and video leading up to his next album called The Death of Slim Shady. And he released a track called Houdini. And Houdini is magic, doing magic tricks and all that. Great promo leading up to it. And can I say phenomenal video? Phenomenal video. That was a very, very dope video. He basically redid his Guess Who's Back? Back Again, the Without Me song. And the old Eminem was trying to come into being the new Eminem, or seeing what happened with the new Eminem, and he looked at the culture and how everything is all clean and censored now. He was trying to take over. So dope video. But the thing that got everybody's attention was one particular lyric talking about Megan Thee Stallion. I'm going to read it to you. This is what he said about Megan Thee Stallion, which went over my head at first, but after I looked on Twitter and saw it was outrage, which I call fake outrage, this is what he said. He said, if I was to ask for Megan Thee Stallion if she would collab with me, would I really have a shot at a feat? I don't know, but I'm glad to be. Listen to that again. If I was to ask for Megan Thee Stallion if she would collab with me, would I really have a shot at a feat? Shot at a feature, right? Would I have a shot at the feat? So, man, you know what happened with that. You had the feminists and you had Megan Thee Stallion fans talk about Eminem and all this other stuff. And I get it, man. A lot of people still don't believe that she was actually shot, but there is a man that's in jail because of that. So that's the narrative we'll have to run with. I mean, he was found guilty, right? But a lot of people don't feel like he was. So my thing is this. I saw some people saying some stuff like, that was a black woman that got shot. How dare Eminem as a white man make fun of that situation? Drake did it, right? Drake did it, and a couple other people have made fun of that situation. What I'll say is this: it's fake outrage because, for one, this is nothing new with Eminem. Eminem has been going at the most popular celebrities at the time forever. I mean, just his singles, like what, since he came out with not the real Slim Shady, what was that? How My Name Is. He was talking about, didn't he talk about the Spice Girls or something like that? Like, Without Me, he was talking about celebrities. The real Slim Shady, he was talking about celebrities. Will Smith don't got a cuss in his rap to sell records. Well, I do. So him and you too. You think I give a damn about a Grammy? Half of you critics can't even stand me, let alone what he said, can't even stomach me, let alone Stanley. But Slim, what would you, if you win, would it be weird? Why? So you guys could just lie to get me here, so you can sit me here next to Britney Spears. Christina Aguilera better switch me chairs so I can sit next to Carson Daly and Fred Durst and have them arguing over who she gave head to first. Like, he's been doing this, white, black, whoever. Now, I'm not here for anybody getting on a black woman. I agree 100%, right? And I'm not mad at him for getting condemned and things like that. The only thing that I'll say is that this is nothing new. Eminem has been doing this, been talking about it. I remember he said a line about Nicki Minaj and what was that song he had with Royce the 5'9", Fast Lane. He said, and it's another rapper's name to be nameless, but Nicki Minaj, I want to stick my penis in your anus. Like, he just does this, man. So that's why I say it's fake outrage. If you don't know Eminem, Slim Shady, that's who he is. Always controversial, always name dropping celebrities. If anything, it made Megan appear to be big as she is. Like, she's one of the hottest female entertainers out right now. So, but at the expense of making fun of her getting shot, that wasn't cool. But when is Slim Shady ever cool? When is Eminem ever cool? Right? This man has been in the game for damn near 30 years now, rapping about different celebrities and different things like that. So that's why I said it's fake outrage. If he would have said something about somebody else, it would have been the same thing. The dude is just a controversial character, man. Like, he's been doing that. So that's why I say it's fake outrage. Are you really mad that he did that? Are you really mad? I mean, it's Eminem at the end of the day. And the bar was clever. I can't lie and say that it wasn't clever, but I can see the little outrage, but I feel like the outrage is fake, to be honest. That's Eminem, and Eminem hasn't changed all these years. And if he's doing that on that song, I wonder what he's gonna do on the album. I'm looking forward to hearing the album. I'm a fan of Eminem's music for sure. You say Jude TV, you say you late, what you miss, man. You have to get some of the replay, man. We was talking about Drake and J. Cole and them spiraling, a whole bunch of stuff. But now we talking about the fake outrage towards Eminem. But did anybody hear the Eminem Houdini song, or does anybody like the video? I thought the video was real dope. We don't really see a lot of good videos. The last good video I saw before this was actually Drake and J. Cole's First Person Shooter. That felt like some 106 and Park type of video that you would vote on the countdown to be number one. So I think Eminem, a cool song at the end of the day. Now let's move on to something else, man. So Method Man says he's never performing at Summer Jam again. Never performing again at Summer Jam. Now, of course, Summer Jam is an iconic showcase that happens every year, every summer in New York, the great city of New York. Or were they in Jersey this year? I forgot. But yeah, Method Man says he's not performing there anymore. Summer Jam takes place every summer, presented by Hot 97, legendary radio station in New York. And Method Man and Redman took the stage, and they were upset. They were upset at the crowd reaction, or wasn't even a reaction. That's what the problem was. Shout out to Maya. Okay, Replay Gangsta. I heard it. I'm not a video person, but M kept it like he always has kept it. Absolutely. That's what I was just saying. He did his thing, whatever. But Method Man, let's look at what happened at Summer Jam. So I'm not gonna play the sound because I don't want to get a copyright strike, but this is the video of them performing. I wish it showed the crowd, but let me make sure I mute that. Yeah. So yeah, that's him and Method Man perform. I mean, Method Man and Redman performing. So he says, not our crowd at all. Thanks again, New York and the whole tri-state that showed up to the event. Plus Pete and Ebro, I got love for you guys. That's there at Hot 97. They're the radio host there. But never again. At this point, the generation gap is just too wide for me. Hashtag never coming back. Man. Oh, don't want to get a copyright strike. So, yeah. Now, he said that, and I get it. I get it. But who do you blame in that situation? Do you blame the crowd or do you blame the promoter? Because the people they had on the lineup weren't geared towards Method Man and Redman. That wasn't their fan base. They had DeVito on there. I believe they had Sexy Red as a headliner. There were no other nostalgic acts on there besides Method Man and Redman. So why would you promote Method Man and Redman on a show? Why would you have them do the same show with a lineup of DeVito, Sexy Red? Let me look up and see who was all on there, man. Let me see, because I gotta see. So Doja Cat, DeVito, Offset, T Grizzly, Sexy Red, and then you had Method Man and Redman. Why would Method Man and Redman be on there? See, Doja Cat, Offset, Sexy Red, T Grizzly, DeVito. That easily could be 25 and under. That could be 28 and under, right? Method Man and Redman. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you can't have them on the same lineup as newer acts. Not saying that at all. But it needs to be more than one nostalgic act, right? If you had, say for example, if you had J. Cole, you had Kendrick Lamar, you had DeVito, Sexy Red, then Method Man and Redman, it'd probably be a little different because Method Man and Redman are pretty much 35 and up, right? I grew up on Method Man, Redman, Wu-Tang, all that, right? But if you have them, at least have another nostalgic act. Maybe if you had Busta Rhymes on there, maybe if you had 50 Cent on there, okay, you bring that crowd in. But what on earth did they expect when you have Sexy Red? You think that the same people who listen to Sexy Red want to hear Method Man and Redman? You think they want to see them perform? Now, of course, they're great performers. They move the crowd, right? But not in that setting. Method Man, did anybody tell Method Man and Redman who was on the lineup? Or did they just not care and say, hey, this is New York. This is our home turf. We're going to tear it up. No, man. I guarantee you there was probably more 20-year-olds, like 25, 26-year-olds than 40-year-olds in the crowd. Not saying there wasn't no 40-year-olds, because I'm not saying older people don't listen to younger people's music, right? Music can reach everybody. But the majority of people that were there, if you got Sexy Red, DeVito, Offset, Doja Cat, you think that fan base is gonna listen to Method Man and Redman? No disrespect, but hell nah, right? But I feel them. There's a question about the generation gap, but I don't even think it's a generation gap. I just think it's simply just a bad lineup. Because had it been like One Music Fest, right? One Music Fest takes place here in Atlanta, big, huge festival. They have 3 stages. Now they have one stage that's more for nostalgia. They have a second stage for more like mid nostalgia, that's somebody who could still be relevant. Then they got a stage for just all the relevant people, quote unquote, the ones that's out here making music. Like the headliners for this past One Music Fest was Kendrick Lamar, Janet Jackson, and Megan Thee Stallion. Those are 3 different fan bases right there. Janet Jackson is like for the 35 and up crowd. Kendrick Lamar is like for the 30 or late 20s and on up crowd, right? Megan Thee Stallion is probably like for the 20-year-olds all the way down. Not saying that there ain't nobody 30 or 40 listening to Megan Thee Stallion, but you got 3 different age groups right there that can all come and go watch their favorite artists. But on the same lineup, you can't have Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Glorilla, Sexy Red, then have Janet Jackson there. Like, no. Even at the Essence Fest this year, Essence Fest got a lot of backlash from the previous year, last year, because they had Megan Thee Stallion performing with the likes of other nostalgic acts, right? Essence Fest, when you think about Essence Fest, who do you think of being there? I think about my mama, aunties, whatever, and shit. I'm uncle now, you know what I'm saying? I'm on my uncle stuff now. So you think of like 35 and up at Essence Fest, right? Megan Thee Stallion, do people 35 and up listen to her? But yeah, but not at Essence Fest. You don't want to book her as a performer. So that's a reason now I looked at the lineup for Essence Fest and they have more nostalgic acts. You know what I'm saying? I saw Raphael Sadiq there. I saw Birdman and Cash Money there. It was a lot of different people. I was impressed with it though. So I was just like, okay, that makes sense versus having Megan Thee Stallion perform last year. That just didn't make any sense, you know? So yeah, shout out to Method Man and Redman. Great legendary artists, but Summer Jam obviously isn't what it used to be. But Summer Jam should know next year, if you want nostalgic acts to come, you have to have more than one. You can't just have Method Man and Redman with a bunch of young folks. So that's my take on that. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about that. We got some people up in here. Make sure that you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and also make sure you hit that share button. We're cooking with grease tonight. All right. Hot topic right here. Stephen A. Smith checked by Monica McNutt. So, excuse me, Monica McNutt, I just found out honestly who she is. No disrespect, but I didn't know who she was. But she's a former WNBA player. So Monica appeared as an analyst, I guess, with Stephen A. and Shannon Sharp and this other white lady. I'm not sure who she is, but they had a heated discussion about the WNBA, coverage of the WNBA. Share my screen with you right now, and I'm not gonna. I played some of it. I ain't gonna play the whole thing, but let's go. Let's play the beginning. This is fair use, by the way.
We're talking about them maximizing their great potential. And because we bring that up and talk about what potentially might get in their way, which we do to men all the time, now we got to sit up here and watch every syllable. I resent that, and I'll leave it at that.
All right, so let me. I know we got to go to break. Welcome to the.
All right, let me go to like midway all the way to the end.
The game is physical. Caitlin is helping to grow the league. These women understand that, but she cannot be babied as a rookie. That's all I'm at.
All right.
Who talks about the WNBA? Who talks about women? Who talk about women's sports more than First Take?
Stephen A., respectfully, with your platform, you could have been doing this 3 years ago if you wanted to.
Wow.
All right, we gotta go. You guys.
So did you say
you're my guy, but
who does more for that?
Oh, let me go back, man. The way Stephen A. Smith was, wow, that was hilarious.
More than First Take.
Stephen A., respectfully, with your platform, you could have been doing this 3 years ago if you wanted to.
Wow.
All right, we got to go. You guys.
So did you
You
say
know
that
you're
to the
my
show?
guy, but
Who does more than
Stephen A.,
us?
I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you.
Wow.
Don't do that. I'm talking to you about the
Oh, my
power that
Lord.
you have.
Okay.
I'm talking to
Okay.
you.
Okay.
It's,
Okay.
it's
All right,
it.
let's.
got it.
You're my guy, but
I
I'm
got
talking
it.
to you.
I got it.
Guys, I really
you missed,
appreciate
you my girl, but you've missed a lot of episodes of First Take. You missed a lot.
All right. So that's pretty much the long and short of it. They got into it over talking about Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark, she's been talked about a lot. A lot of attention has been steered her way since debuting in the WNBA, and then also Angel Reese. But there's been a lot of controversy surrounding Caitlin Clark and her treatment and all this other stuff. So that's where it stems from. But if you ask me, man, yeah, I guess you could say he got checked or whatever. But let's be honest. Can we have an honesty moment? Let's just be honest. Stephen A., I don't watch him talk about the WNBA. I can't name any time. I'm sure he has, right? But before Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese got there, nobody was really talking about the WNBA like that. Let's keep it a buck. Until Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese got to the WNBA, this is the most coverage I've ever seen from the WNBA. So if Stephen A. didn't cover him, I mean, is that his fault? Now, he shouldn't have been hard-headed and tried to prove like how self-righteous he is. Like, I've been talking about the WNBA for years, and who was talking about it, whatever. And then Monica McNutt called him out on it. It is what it is. You know, if I was Stephen A., I'd been like, well, it wasn't really too much to talk about, and it didn't bring in the viewership. Let's be honest. Now, I feel like WNBA, those are talented NBA players. You know, they're women. They're very talented, but the eyes have not been on them because that particular game of basketball just doesn't bring in the masses. Luckily, it's starting to happen now with the introduction of these new players, you know, and shout out to them for revolutionizing it, right? But to be honest, nobody was talking about it. I mean, people were, but I've never seen nobody cover segments of Sports Center. Maybe it doesn't make its way to me, but segments about WNBA and Sports Center and everything like that, I don't see them like that. I don't see them. So, of course, Stephen A. wasn't doing it back then like he could have, right? But one man can't change the world like that in the world of sports. You mean to tell me if he was continuously covering the WNBA, he had that much influence to just have everybody talking about it? I think not. I think that the WNBA needed a shakeup. They needed newer talent, fresher faces, right? Pretty faces like Angel Reese. And here we are. It is what it is. It is what it is. Like, Eddie, am I telling the truth though? Am I telling the truth? Who was watching that? I wouldn't tune into Stephen A. Smith or Shannon Sharp or anybody talking about Skip Bayless talking about WNBA. I wouldn't do it before now. You know, it is what it is. So for her to say that she was checking him and saying you could have covered it a long time ago, yeah, he could have, and guess what? Nobody would have been talking about it. You know, and I get her point. Like, there are more talented people, more talented women in that league besides Caitlin Clark and all this other stuff. But guess what? Somehow, some way, Caitlin Clark is getting eyes and attention on that product. Angel Reese is too, but I see more people talk about Caitlin Clark than Angel Reese. Not saying what's right or what's wrong. I'm just saying when I open my timeline, I see a lot of people either criticizing Caitlin Clark or lifting up Caitlin Clark. Whatever it is, people are watching Caitlin Clark. They're watching Angel Reese too, you know? So it is what it is. All right, so you say the WNBA need more support from women. The season ticket holders and people who purchase WNBA merchandise are majority men. Oh, that makes a point. If these women who complain about a lack of support would actually tune in, it would be further along. You're damn right. See, women tune into female wrestlers. Women tune in to Sexy Red, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, all the rap, right? Y'all should carry that same energy and tune into the WNBA. But let's be honest, ladies, y'all don't think it's that interesting. Now, do ladies watch sports? Yeah, but I've heard ladies be fans of Celtics. I got a friend right now who went to Jack State. Shout out to you. She's one of the biggest Boston Celtics fans that I know. I hear women all the time saying they're Lakers fans. they're Hawks fans. No, I ain't never heard no woman say they're Hawks fans. But I've heard women say, even football, their favorite football team or their favorite college team. I hear women talk about that all the time, but I've never heard no woman, no female that I know of talk about the WNBA in high regard. Never. I ain't had no woman that ever said, hey, let's go on a date to a WNBA game. I've went to a WNBA game by default because I had to film over there. But though it don't be packed up in there, it don't be packed at all for the Atlanta Dream. Now it may be different, but my thing is shout out to Caitlin Clark and shout out to Angel Reese for revolutionizing the sport, coming in and getting the media attention on it. But if we're just keeping it a buck, could you blame Stephen A for not covering it? Now, like I said, with him, he didn't need to do all that strutting like he's been really putting on and stuff like that. She called his bluff on that. But at the end of the day, wasn't nobody tuning in. His viewership don't come from WNBA watchers, viewers. Don't nobody watch that. Now they do. Now they do, and it's becoming different. But I didn't know who Monica McNutt was, to be honest with you. Keep it a buck. So maybe if females who support Sexy Red, who support Megan Thee Stallion, all this other stuff that covers with the females, if y'all put your attention towards the WNBA, because a lot of people be like, they should make more money, they should do this. Well, y'all don't support them like that. Y'all don't wear the jerseys, you don't attend their games, you're not ticket holders. And I can understand what Eddie just said, because men, we're a lot more into sports than women. Typically we are. Like as far as like tuning into it. Like, you know, even in the professional wrestling field, if you look at a professional wrestling arena, 9 times out of 10, there's more men in there than women, period. So it is what it is with that. So that's my comments on that. Like, I didn't know who Monica McNutt was. She checked them. It is what it is. But I mean, is that really saying much? Who really wanted to tune into that, to the WNBA? So yeah, y'all let me know in the comments what you think. And I hate to say it like that, but it is what it is. Man, that's some good water. Real good water. But yeah, man. So other things in the news, man. So the Diddy effect is taking everybody, man. Cat Williams still has the portal open for everybody getting exposed and accused of stuff. And your boy Kanye is accused of sexual harassment. He's getting sued for sexual harassment. Now, let's look at this real quick. So it says Kanye West's ex-assistant sues him for sexual harassment, a breakdown of many lawsuits he's facing. It says, what's her name? Piscota? What, I don't know. Worked in the music industry for 15 years in various positions. West hired her as a creative collaborator on his Yeezy Season 1 women's fashion line. In July 2021, she was hired to serve as his executive assistant, personal assistant, in connection with his business affairs. She agreed, $1 million salary, but she had to be available 24/7. So, yeah, let me get to this part. She claimed he asked her to be godlike. Now, this right here sounds like some stuff Kanye would have said. Allegedly, she claimed he asked her to be godlike and delete the OnlyFans account. He would pay her $1 million. She claimed she agreed. She said that he claimed he never paid her and started sexually harassing her. She alleged he would send her messages that were sexual in nature and masturbated during phone conversations with her. She claimed he texted her pornographic videos of himself. Whew, that's crazy. Now, also, as soon as I saw this, it says Kanye West will countersue former assistant, claiming she pursued him sexually for blackmail. So clearly she was his assistant. And, you know, this is just one of many lawsuits that's going on right now. And, you know, with these lawsuits, you don't never know who's right, who's wrong. You can only go by what happens in court. But if Kanye was masturbating and doing all that, that's wild. That she was sexually harassed. I don't approve of that at all. But we never know. So he's countersuing her. So no telling with that, man. So we'll have to keep our eyes out on Yeezy. Now, it was funny because when I was talking about Kanye, I was saying that that's one thing that he's been able to blackball himself, but we've never heard of him doing any type of sexual harassment to somebody, because one of these white females would have been said something like that to get him locked up. So the suing for sexual misconduct is going around everywhere because not only did it touch Kanye West. Let me show y'all who else that it came to today. Let me just a second. So this gentleman right here, you all know him as The Dream, sued by former protege for alleged the R word, sex trafficking and assault. Man, it's a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on. Lawsuit filed in United States District Court. Mangrove's experience with The Dream lasted more than a year. Nothing was short of a prolonged nightmare. Man, that's crazy. The filing alleges that the falsetto singer used his age and influence in the music industry to make false promises to Mangrove, who was born in the Netherlands, in hopes of gaining her complete trust. He allegedly did so by sponsoring the extension of her international visa, offering lofty visions of contracts with major labels, guaranteeing hit songs as she became part of the sanctuary like collaborators, Rihanna and Beyonce, and also promising her an opening slot on the latter's upcoming tour. Oh man, this is crazy. This is crazy. The Dream once Ard Miss Mangrove in the back of a renovated Sprinter van. He forced her to engage in sex acts with the public in a public movie theater. He also allegedly required Mangrove to engage in 4 sexual acts in multiple jurisdictions. Who threatening her to keep silence? That's a lot, man. That's a lot. Reps for The Dream did not immediately respond to people's requests for the comment. All right, man. So you see it, man. Like it's a lot that's going on right now, man. A lot of people getting exposed, and this is all allegedly. You know, I think The Dream is one of the most talented writers that's out there. You know, not taking away from his musical capabilities, his musical skills. He's in charge of a lot of records that came out that were really phenomenal. I just saw him perform at the One Music Fest not too long ago, but man, those are some serious allegations, and it's not cool. But we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. Everybody getting it, feels like, man. So, but the thing is with these, we don't know. Like, I've never heard anything like this about The Dream and everything like that. So we'll just have to see. He'll have his day in court where she's suing him, but a lot of people want to know why are y'all suing and not take a legal action. And there's a whole debate that goes along with that. Well, we're not taking legal action because what if he doesn't get locked up and all this other stuff? But yeah, like it ain't no telling at this point. But these lawsuits are flying around left and right, man. And you know, Diddy right now, did y'all see where Diddy, they said something like he got the FBI has footage of him sexually harassing a male sex worker or something like that. Man, it's a lot of stuff going on right now, man. A lot of stuff going on. So we'll see how all of this unfolds, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm gonna show you all something real quick on my Instagram that I posted. And this is for everybody who will be in the city of Atlanta on July 22nd. Let me just a second to pull this up. So let me share my screen with y'all real quick. Let me share my screen with y'all real quick. All right, y'all check this out. All right, so this is Bob Johnson, founder of Juneteenth Atlanta. Check this out.
Director and founder of Juneteenth Atlanta Parade and Music Festival in Atlanta, Georgia, for the last 12 years. One of my favorites, as a matter of fact, to be young, black, and gifted. The message, that basically the message is inspirational, and that's what we need for our young ears to be listening to, really all ears. You know, things that are uplifting, things that are inspirational, things that build esteem, confidence, and pride. You know, we're, in many cases, man, we got a lot of helplessness and hopelessness within our communities. And, you know, words are powerful. And so the lyrics and the whole message of that particular song does all of that. That's the type of messages that we want on all of our stages. You know, we do a 3-day weekend with 4 stages. I mean, that's what it's all about, messages like that. QOG Bobby Johnson giving a shout out to J Red, young, black, and gifted.
Lovely, lovely, precious, yeah. Young, black, and gifted.
Bob Johnson.
All right, so there you have it, man. J Red, Young, Black, and Gifted, presented by the OG Bobby Johnson. There you go. Shout out to Ashley Carver, #1 supporter right there when it comes to this music thing. Shout out to Maya, yeah, #1 supporter when it comes to this Red Food thing. So yeah, man. If you will be in Atlanta, I'm gonna be performing at the Juneteenth Festival. I usually do it every year, but took the last 2 years off to get some more music together, as you can see. And we just re-released Young Black and Gifted to the streaming platform. So I need everybody to go and stream it. Go add it. It's a jamming song. Add it to your playlist. Just type in J Red, Young Black and Gifted on any streaming platform, and it's jamming. It's the official Juneteenth anthem. I'm not playing. When you see me performing at Juneteenth, man, always gets the crowd lit. Always gets the crowd lit. Dope video that we shot back in 2018. And it's just a privilege to be able to have somebody like Bob Johnson, who's over Juneteenth Atlanta. Like he said, they're doing 4 stages this year, but that's the biggest Juneteenth celebration in America, is here in Atlanta at the Juneteenth Atlanta Festival, man. And everybody should come up and take a trip up here, man. We do stuff for 4th of July all the time, but we need our black folks to really get into this Juneteenth thing. We've been doing this before they even made it a federal holiday, man. Like, everybody should take off work. If you got to work, you should cook. You should do everything that you do for 4th of July. But the soundtrack to that is my single, Young Black and Gifted, featuring Shantae Hughes, Shice D. But yeah, man, if you rock with that song, you like listening to it, man, go ahead, get those streams up for me, man. Just add it to your playlist, download it. If you want to really support, just go purchase it on iTunes, Amazon, wherever you purchase your music. It's on like $1 or 99 cents, something like that. But yeah, very honored to have that and have put that out, and it's aged well. Like I said, it sounded like we just recorded it yesterday. That's how dope it is. But yeah, that's J Red, Young Black and Gifted. Y'all got to make sure that y'all definitely go check that out. But anyway, man, make sure also that you stream this right here, my EP, J Red Rewind. If you have heard it, drop a fire emoji. Drop a fire emoji if you have heard it. Drop your favorite song that you like. And if you haven't checked that out, make sure that you go on streaming platforms right now and check that out as well, scrolling across. And yeah, man, look forward to hearing from y'all next week or seeing y'all next week. You'll see some more clips coming out from the show. Shout out to the replay gang. Okay, yeah, Eddie, thank you for the fire emojis, man. Yeah, man, I'll be sharing this, of course, everywhere. Shout out to Drake, because I ain't gonna lie, Drake been giving me a lot of viewership. I damn near got like 100,000 views from Drake last week, man. I'm gonna keep it funky with you. So yeah, it's been real fun covering this thing for like this past month. So but yeah, man, more to come from myself. I'm actually shooting something to the Toxic Love song that I put out on my EP Red Velvet, that's also available on streaming platforms. Okay, Ashley, you like Queen. Okay, so Queen is your favorite. All right, Eddie, which one's your favorite? Maya, which one's your favorite if you hadn't heard it yet? Y'all slipping if you hadn't heard it. Queen, I've been thinking about performing Queen at the Juneteenth Festival. For sure. And I have I got an interview coming up with the Chord Room podcast. I think it should be coming up this coming week. They asked me for a flyer and stuff like that to share a picture for their flyer and everything to share it. Okay, so y'all like Queen. Queen seems to be, nobody in Queen seem to be like the favorites off of there. Okay, I'm noting that. All right, Eddie, you got to tell me which one is yours. I bet Eddie probably say nobody. He probably will say nobody. But yeah, I'm be performing those songs, a couple of those songs from the EP, as well as Young Black and Gifted, because like I said, that's the Juneteenth anthem. So y'all got to check that out. But yeah, man, Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Make sure you subscribe to youtube.com/ResView. And again, I told you, I knew it was going to be nobody. Shout out to you, man. But if you're watching this, like I said, hit that share button, whether it's YouTube, retweet it on Twitter, or share it on Facebook, and make sure everybody hit the likes, hearts, drop the hearts and everything like that, man. But anyway, follow me at JAYR3D on all social media platforms. This is J Red ResView signing out. See y'all next week.